Northwest Neighbors Village. I've had many memorable people I've known through volunteering. One woman who was in her late 80s used to be a civil rights attorney, and she was still filled with the passion she had for what she did back when she was working. And she was still up on all the latest going on with society and always had great insights. I appreciated knowing her. And that goes for the many other people that I've had contact with through volunteering.
Hi, I'm Bob McDonald from DuPont Circle Village. In October of 2019, we started a coffee and conversation group at a cafe in our neighborhood. We had a group of about 12 people come together every week, and a good number were members who didn't often come to other village programs. We had no agenda, but the conversations were always great, and we learned a lot about each other. Then the pandemic hit in our 6th month. We decided to go virtual on Zoom, and our core group have stayed together every week for the past 15 months, supporting each other through our ups and downs. And I'm so glad to say that we're now planning to get together in person once again.
Why do we help out the Georgetown Village? Well, Ellen and I are new to Georgetown, and when we came, we wanted to become an active member of the community. To do so with the village, we decided to help ensure diversity of age within our community and give back by helping people around their house with chores or any other way that we can help.
We find the members to be a dynamic group of people with varied and interesting experiences and backgrounds, and we really enjoy getting to know them as we help them as we can.
Hi, this is Dawn Nelson. I'm a volunteer at Capitol Hill Village, where I've been volunteering for over 10 years. My most memorable volunteer experience was working with a blind member. It began with me going to his house to read his mail to him, and eventually it developed into a great friendship. I continued to visit him for many years there, and then he had to transition into an assisted care facility here in DC. I was able to visit him there until the pandemic hit, and then they had to stop the visits. Unfortunately, about a year after the pandemic hit, he died of COVID. The pandemic also affected many things the village did. At the beginning, a telephone tree was developed where members called each other to find out how they were doing and if they needed anything. And then when the vaccines became available, the village did everything they could to ensure that members could get a vaccine. And we were able to transition many of our activities into Zoom events, a new experience for all of us. We're looking forward to the days when we can get back together again.
Hi, I'm Roger Glass, and I'm a volunteer for East Rock Creek Village. I support the organization by doing such things as giving senior citizens rides to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, and going shopping for seniors. Over the past few months, I've had an opportunity to give rides to a number of seniors so that they could get vaccinated. At least 3 or 4 of them were over 90 years old. I'm always impressed by the energy and spirit of these seniors. They were excited about getting vaccinated because they saw it as being important, not only for themselves, but for their loved ones and the community. It's that kind of attitude that encourages me to continue to give back through my volunteer work with East Rock Creek Village.
Hey, I'm Joan Daly with the Cleveland Woodley Park Village. I volunteer with them for really 2 reasons. Number one, it's a lot of fun. Our members have wonderful life stories to tell. They often have a great sense of humor. They crack me up. And I also get a lot of life wisdom from them too. So that's really wonderful. But especially during the pandemic, this work has been really rewarding. I realized recently that if it hadn't been for all of the connections that I've made through the Cleveland Woodley Park Village, with with other volunteers and with members. I myself would have been a lot more isolated during the pandemic. And that surprised me. I mean, I was supposed to be there to prevent other people from getting isolated, but the village came through for me too. I gave, I got, and I was loving every minute of it.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Howell. I'm a Palisades Village volunteer from George Washington University. I'm the person that does Trivia Thursday, and I've also done one session of piano playing for Tea with Tunes. And my most memorable time doing volunteering has been just the many memories of sharing experiences and a lot of travel memories that come about conversations from trivia. So mostly just talking with everyone and getting to know everyone that participates. I really enjoy it.
So these are a few volunteers of the Kingdom Care Senior Village: Sabrina, Angela, and Keisha. To all of you, your questions are: what do you like most about volunteering for the village? Or what has been your most memorable volunteer experience? Sabrina.
Well, my experience working with the seniors, I love doing. It's just a complicated, very good job for me. I just love them, and I really enjoy it. And I learned a lot working with them.
Okay, Miss Angela.
Seeing them smile, putting a smile on their face, and they talk about old time things back in the olden days.
Good. And Miss Keisha.
Well, my most memorable thing with working with the village is I had the opportunity to meet one of the seniors and sit down and talk with her, and she shared her life story with me, and it really blessed me, and I will never forget that.
Wonderful. Thank you, ladies.
Hi, I'm Lorna Grenadier from the Foggy Bottom West End Village. I've been volunteering there since 2011, helping to plan hundreds of events that we knew were critical to establishing a sense of community and reduce social isolation. So in April 2013, we started a weekly coffee conversation gathering at the same local cafe with a brief pandemic Zoom hiatus, and we've met almost 400 times. But now happily we're back in person as everyone's vaccinated and we can be outside. Our conversations are so lively and fun as we create connections and community that people from nearby tables want to know, well, who are you? What are you doing? And so that once included a TV reporter doing a story on aging and asked if she could do a story on us. And who knew a coffee chat would become a TV news broadcast to hundreds of millions of people. So the word about villages is spreading near and far, and in the meantime, we're continuing to gather, making new friends, and learning from and supporting each other for coffee, conversation, and community.
I'm Daryl Fern, and I've volunteered for Palisades Village for probably about a dozen years now. I've been inspired. Really, you get out of it more than you actually put into it, I think. I've been inspired by so many of the people that I've helped. A couple that stand out are a gentleman who was a refugee, I believe, from Europe and went on to have a distinguished civil rights career. He was an attorney. And another woman who died recently, unfortunately, but was widowed at a young age and had several children that she raised essentially on her own. And her stories about her family and raising them were inspirational. So I expect to meet a lot more people like that in my volunteer career.
Hi, I'm Dick Lang. I provide technology support to our village seniors. I started volunteering just because I remember how much it meant to my mother to live in her own home and not to go off to some kind of a nursing home and so forth. I've had a lot of really memorable experiences, and they've all come from meeting such great people who've done so many things and have such great life stories and accomplished so much. It's just been an honor to meet them. You know, things have gotten harder during the pandemic. Providing home technology support is not easy over the phone. I've been able to help some people and talk them through some of their issues. Others really can't be done without an in-home visit, and those have been pretty severely restricted, but hope that they'll start to pick up now that the people are vaccinated. Thanks.
What I really enjoy about being a part of the Mount Pleasant Village, my village, is the sense of community. From Monday night mahjong to gathering at our neighborhood eateries for Meet the Street to volunteering with our fellow members. It's a really great sense of belonging and helps me stay grounded. And that sense of community is what I enjoy the most about being part of this village.